guys, Askin For Slots here with a special video here today. And it's a video we've been wanting to do for some time, and it is a slot money management video that I think is something that would be relevant for 99% of the people out there watching these slot channels on YouTube. And it is basically how to go to the casino on a $100 budget and to get and extract as much entertainment value with that $100 as possible. And this is a strategy that we use when we go to the casino, when we go to Vegas, and it's one that has helped us to maximize the value that we're getting for our time spent in the casino. So let's just jump right in here. I want to first start out by going over the so-called tools of the trade. Of what you're gonna need to pull this off or use this strategy. The first thing you're gonna need is a player's bank, and a player's bank is simply a bank where that locks, and you can leave the key at home or in your hotel room if you're on a gambling trip. And as you're playing, you have this nice handy dandy little stuffer here, and you can stuff the money right down in the player's bank and squirrel it away, so that when you get done playing, your money's either going in a slot machine or it's going in your bank. And when you get to the end of the session or the end of the day, you get home, get back to your hotel room, you've got money to take back with you. And the key is away from the casino. So you always walk out with money. You always walk out with something to have for the next trip, and it really goes a long way. And if you're someone it fits about 30 to 40 bills. So if you're somebody who is like a high limit player and you need multiple of these, you can pick up multiple banks and have them, in your bag or in your pocket when you get down to the casino. And again, it's really something that will definitely maximize your bankroll and will help you to maintain the discipline that you need to be successful on the casino floor. The second thing you're going to need is, in my opinion, is one of these handy dandy little magnetic wallets. It's actually a MagSafe wallet that you can use and attach to an iPhone 12 or better or bigger. But it attaches magnetically right here. And what it'll allow you to do is, I have just a random Players Club card, but it'll let you keep your Players Club card, your ID, and then of course it lets you also keep your bankroll that you bring in. In this case, we bring $100 in for this demonstration and for this strategy. So it'll let you bring that in, and then when you divide your bankroll up like we're going to discuss, you have a place to keep that while you're playing, keep your Tito's while you're playing as well, before you walk them over to the bill breaking machine and cash them in. So you want to get yourself this little kit. The other thing you want to have, which I don't have it on me right now, but you want to also buy yourself a little counter, a little clicker counter. You can get them on Amazon real cheap, and I'm going to put links to all these items for Amazon that you can go on and buy and get yourself this nice gambling kit, because this is essential to making the strategy that I'm going to discuss with you work. So once you have all your equipment, the next step is obviously going to the casino. So you're going to go to the casino. When you arrive at the casino, you're going to get your nice trusty $100 bill out. You're going to make your way over to the nearest bill breaking machine, and if it's a $100 bill, you're going to break it into 4 20s and 4 5s. If you're bringing 5 20s with you, you're going to break one of your $20 bills into 4 5s, and then you're going to create your 4 session bankrolls of $25 a piece. Okay? So once you've done that, put your money in, you're going to take a second and you're going to take a walk around the casino, and you're going to just take in the sights, the sounds. You're going to see what's going on. If it's the first time you've ever been at this casino, you're going to get, just get the overall layout and note where the bill breaking machines are. And then also start to look for what machines you want to play. You want to keep the eye that you want to keep out is playing between 50 cents and $1 a spin, which would get you anywhere from 25 to 50 spins per session. And this is important because you want to maximize, again, the entertainment value that you're going to get while you're in the casino. So once you've done that, take that walk around the casino, let yourself settle in, let yourself relax a little bit. You're going to want to go find your first machine. When you get to your first machine, you're going to want to sit down, put your money in the machine, put your player's cup card in the machine, and at that point, you're going to want to begin playing. Now, when you start playing, the rules you're going to play to maximize your time here at the casino are going to be the following. And this is very important, so make sure you write this down, or, you know, make sure you've flagged this video so you can come back to it if you're going to try to do this strategy, because this is a very effective strategy. It's going to allow you to maximize your time. It's going to maximize your comps. You're going to, this can help you to last longer in the casino and get more fun out of it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look on the machine, and you're going to figure out what it is the playing value is. In this case, we're going to say it's 50 cents a spin, just to make it easy. Now, when you're looking at the maximum play value, you want to do the max bet. Now, the max bet is not the max bet that you're probably thinking of. Because what the max bet I'm talking about is the maximum bet that's going to allow you to make sure you're getting the full game, full progressive payouts, and that's what you're going to look for. And you're going to want to make sure it fits between 50 cents and $1. It is not the max bet multiplied. And to give you an example of what I'm talking about here, we're going to take a very familiar game that everyone has, which is Dancing Drums. The maximum bet on Dancing Drums is not $8.80, as many would believe. It's actually 88 cents. That gets you the absolute maximum ability to play the full game. That gives you full access to all the progressives, including the large progressive you see displayed on those machines. They can go as high as $20,000 in some cases. And it's going to give you the ability to trigger every bonus you can trigger. Now, the max bet multiplied on that machine would be 10 times the max bet, which is $8.80. The max bet is actually 88 cents. What I would encourage you to play is play the max bet, not the max multipliers. I wouldn't even touch the rest of the multipliers, especially if you're in here trying to utilize this low rolling strategy, because it's just going to make you spend your money faster. Now, if you must, it's fine. Just to explain to you what you're actually getting and what you're not getting when you're playing max bet versus the max bet multiplied, is you are only getting a payout times the multiplier. So for instance, with the 10 times payout that's available on Dancing Drums, with the 10 times max bet multiplied, that's going to give you a payout. All your payouts will be times by 10. So you will simply play 10 times more and you will win 10 times more. And in theory, yes, they will give you a 10 times better shot at winning the progressives. However, where the rubber meets the road on this, and where the casino gets their value out, is they are not multiplying the progressives by that extra 10 times bet that you're playing. Yes, they're giving you a small improved chance, but they are not increasing the payout. What this basically means is that every time you're spinning, maybe you have a 50 million to 1 shot at the max bet, but the max bet multiplied, you have a 5 million to 1. It's still an astronomical odds that you will win that bet or win that progressive. But when you do, it does not mean you will win the progressive more frequently, because every time you spin, you are spinning at 5 million to 1, 5 million chance or 50 million chance. It's still astronomical. When you win, even though you're betting 10 times your bet, you're still going to win that same progressive amount that's up on that screen. So the casino's extracting that extra amount. You should be getting, in theory, 10 times the progressive amount at the top, but you're not. You're getting the same amount as if you played the max bet, which is 88 cents. And that person that plays 88 cents and gets that $20,000 payout is going to make out better than the person that played $8.80, because over time it is going to eat away your bankroll. You're going to invest more, and the casino is going to win. That's why they have those buttons there. That's why they want you playing that. That's why they want to give you the appearance that $8.80 is the actual max bet, when it is not. It really does not offer much value. Anyways, I wanted to give that brief explanation so you can kind of understand when you're assessing the amount you want to play, That's why I am a subscriber to, unless you're just trying to, show high limit play. And in some cases, there are machines that that there is extra games, and when that is the case, you need to figure out what the maximum amount is and play on it. Like for instance, Dancing Drums Explosions, the technical max bet on that machine to get the full featured game is $5.88. So it is 5 times the base bet of the normal dancing drum game. But they do the explosions, which is only available if you're playing the $5.88. So in that case, you should be playing $5.88 if your bankroll allows. Anyways, so once you figure that out, what you're playing, you're then going to do a calculation, do it on your phone, whatever, and establish your base bet or your base spins. What is your base spin? So in using the 50-cent max bet, if you're playing $25, that's going to give you 50 base spins. And this is important because this is a key core component of this strategy. So once you have established that, you're going to note that there's 50 base spins. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to set a timer. Okay, and you should do this actually when you walk onto the casino floor, because your amount of time you're going to spend for that session should be no more than an hour and a half. I choose an hour and a half because I look at this as entertainment time, and the average movie length is an hour and a half. So I look at this as, if you're going to go bring $100 with you to the casino, this strategy should have you bring home at least $40 or more. Therefore, you will spend no more than $60, which is about the cost of going to a movie, getting your refreshments, getting in the door, and that's how I've come. That's why we use that in this case. So an hour and a half, you should set a timer on your phone and have that going, because that's going to be your hard stop. That's going to be when you're walking out, is when that hour and a half is up, and your goal is to make it the entire hour and a half. I'm going to show you how you're going to do that. So you got your timer going. You've established your base spins on this particular machine. Now you've got your money in the machine. You've got your player's card in the machine. And you're going to play to 3 rules. There's 3 stops that you're going to use. One is $10. The next is, if you reach $35 or more, you're going to stop. And the third is the 50 base spins. Now, each one has its own trigger. So if you hit the $10, then you are going to immediately stop playing that machine, and you will move on to your next machine, whatever that is. You will take your $10. You will, before you go to that machine, you will go to the bill break machine, which you should have already identified where it's at. You will cash that ticket. You will put that $10 in your player's bank, and that will be banked, and that will be gone. In the event that you end up at your 35 or more win, then in this case, we're just going to say you got the $35. So let's say you're at $35 and you've stopped. You are going to immediately bank your $25. That's going in your player's bank. That is coming back home with you. You cycled it through. You made it through to the other side. You're going to do that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to bank half of your win. Now, if you are at an odd number where you need to round up to the nearest dollar, so let's just say you were at a $13 win, you will always put the higher of the 2 in your player's bank and keep out the lower of the 2. So in that case, it's 7 and 6. 7 goes in the player's bank, 6 stays out. Now with whatever you've got left, that 50% of your win, you will then have the ability to continue playing on that machine if you would like to. If not, you will Tito it out, or you will take that out and you will set it aside in your wallet here, and you will move on to the next machine. But let's say you want to continue playing. So at this point, you are going to get up from the machine. If you brought a friend with you, hopefully they can reserve the machine. If not, put your chair up on it, walk over to the nearest bill breaking machine, and break that winning Tito. Let's say it's $35. You will then take $30 and put it in here. You will then have $5 remaining, which is 10 spins. You will now go back over to that machine, and you will play those 10 spins out on the machine. And once you've cycled through the 10 spins, if you are up, You will go back to that bill breaking machine. You will break that Tito up. You will put the winnings in here and you will play again with your $10. Yes, you're getting up, you're coming back. This is part of how you're going to beat the casino by slowing down your play. We're going to talk about another technique you're going to use to slow down your play here in just a minute. It's not going to seem as quick as you're thinking. So then you do this again until you're either A, ready to stop, and then you're going to lay that money aside and put it in here, okay? Or you can just put the Tito in here. Or B, you end up at a point where you go below whatever your starting amount is. So if you cycle your bankroll of 10 spins through and you are at $4, you will then hit cash on the Tito, put it in here, and move on to the next machine on the itinerary. Now, if you hit your 50 spins, when you get to the end of your 50 spins, if you're somewhere in between, you're not at a win yet, you're not at a loss yet, you will bank your $25, okay? If you're above $25, all right? You will, if you're above it, and you would play with whatever was left, okay? At that point, you'd have to kind of assess exactly how much is there, but you would bank 50%, play with the other 50%. If you're below $25, then what you're going to do is you're going to then bank the $10 like you would have if it was a loss, and whatever's remaining, you will then use that as your cycling bankroll. Now, what will happen is when you will cycle it. So let's just say in this example, you have $20 left, which means you would bank $10. That's going to go in here. You would then take that $10 and you would then cycle it. Now, when you got done with that cycle, if you ended up with under $10, you would then bank 50% of whatever's left, put that in here and play, and then you would take it through and cycle it again. So taking that example, you might have, you got left with $20. So you put 10 in your player's bank, that left you with 20 spins. So you come back, you do your 20 spins, and lo and behold, you have $6 left. You would then take $3, put it in your player's bank, and you would have your remaining $3, okay? And then you would, at that point, continue the process of playing, and that would give you 6 more spins, and you take those 6 more spins, and you would do that until either A, you lost everything and you have no more playing chips left, and the remaining goes in here. Now, if you win, so if you cycle it and you're not losing but you're winning, you win. So say you put the $10 in and you end up with a $15 win, $15 at the end of those 20 spins. You would take the winnings and you would cash the Tito out, and again, you're going to get up, you're going to walk over to the bill breaking machine, you're going to cash it, you're going to put your $5 in the bank, and you're going to take $10 back over to the machine with you, and if you're feeling it, you can play it again. And again, once it stops, you will continue playing, and again, you are either going to be banking your wins at the end of every 20 spins at that point, or you're going to begin banking half of whatever's left after your losses. And that's how you're going to handle if you get through your first initial 50 spins. Now, if at any point you're not feeling the machine, you will hit cash on the Tito, and you will put that aside for later, okay? And you will put that in your wallet here, and you will move on to the next machine. So those are the 3 different outcomes and the 3 different ways you will play the outcomes if they occur. The next thing you're going to do is when you're spinning, you are going to maintain a 10-second pause between every spin. So you will spin 1 time every 10 seconds while you're playing. So, for instance, those 20 spins, when you're doing it once every 10 seconds, that is, you're looking at getting, for 20 spins, about 3 to 3.5 minutes, and then you're going to be walking over to the machine and cashing it out and coming back and taking a deep breath and getting reset again. Hence, this is where you're going to be able to beat the casino by slowing your play down. That is the only thing you have control over on a slot machine, is how fast you hit that button. and whether or not you continue playing or not once you've won or once you've lost. So that's what you're going to do. Now, the other thing you're going to do is anytime a drink or waitress comes over, you are going to stop playing until she delivers your beverage. So if you're in the middle of playing, you should have a counter, know exactly where you're at. She comes over and says, "What can I get you?" You're going to stop. You're going to order your drink. You're going to thank her for that. At that point, it's halftime. It's pause time. You're not going to play another spin until she delivers your beverages. Because one of the ways the casinos like to keep you on a machine and like you to make the wrong decisions, which is saying, "Hey, my drink hasn't come yet. I'm down to $10. I better just keep playing. Or I'll put my next bankroll in here." No, no, no. You're going to pause, go to the bathroom, sit there and have a conversation, look around, watch somebody else while they're playing, but you're going to wait for that beverage. So those are the strategies that's the rules you're going to play by. And then you're going to first focus on reaching playing through your 4-session bankroll. Okay? If you get to the end of the 4-session bankroll and you have time left on the clock, say you have 20 minutes left, this is where those extra Tito's are going to come in. You will then put all of those together and find the next machine you want to play. This will be a bonus machine, a 5th machine. You can note the machine if you want to. You can go back and replay one of the ones maybe you had luck on. Well, I would caution against replaying machines, but you can do that. So once you do that, you will now focus on a bankroll cycling strategy and approach. So what will happen now is, let's say you have $10 of Tito's at the end of your session, or of your 4 sessions. So you will take that $10 and find a machine. Let's say you find that 50-cent machine. That gives you 20 spins. You will now spin 20 spins, and you will handle it as if you handled it the way you handled it if you reach 50 spins. You will do one of two things. If you win, you will stop. You will go to the machine. You will cash that Tito out. You will put your winnings. So let's just say in the case of $10, say you're at $13 and some change. Put the loose change in your pocket. $3 in the player's bank. $10 back in that machine if you want to play it some more. If you don't want to play it some more, just find another machine. You can do the same thing again. If you lose, okay, if you lose at the end of your cycle of the 20, if you're down money, so say you put 10 in and you end up with $6 left, okay, you will then find another machine, all right? You are not going to stay at the same machine. Any loss, you move on to another machine, you relocate, you go to a new machine, you find one that meets your playing requirements, and you sit down. And you do this until you either A, run out of that money, all right, or B, your timer is up. The timer is up, you will do no more than 3 spins after the timer runs out and you hear your alert on your phone. And then you will cash that ticket out and put the remainder in your player's bank and take it home with you, okay? If you do this right, you will have hopefully booked a few wins that will already be in your player's bank. You will have continued to get value and playing time and entertainment out of the remaining money, whatever it may be. And you will then, at the end of the hour and a half, when the timer is up, you will leave the casino with your player's bank having at least $40 or more. Now, if things don't go well and you end up banking every single session on the machine, and you will know you will be walking out with $40, and you can assess and say, hey, how did I do? How long did I last? Did I last 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes? You can look at how you played and figure out what you need to do. Maybe you find a different machine. Maybe you played a little too high. Maybe you need to play closer to 50 cents. Whatever it may be, you will be able to figure that out, take a look at it, and see what works for you. The idea here is that you get as much value out of your money as possible, that you control your expenditures, and that you don't get caught up and end up with sticker shock at the end of that session. So guys, this is the strategy in a nutshell. If you use this, I guarantee you, you will be able to go to the casino You will be able to manage your budget. You will be able to spend an amount of money that will be commensurate with a movie theater visit or any other types of entertainment that's out there. You will have guilt-free casino visits, guilt-free fun, and it will allow you to go to the casino more, okay? And you will be able to get more value out of the time that you go there. So, what we're going to do, this is part one. I wanted to review this with you, go over exactly how this works, so you have a video for reference purposes. Part two is going to be a live vlog where we are going to go to a local casino and we are going to document. Askin For Slots will be documenting this process at this casino. We are going to bring $100 with us. That is it. And we are going to bring our players bank. We're going to bring our equipment. And we are going to go for an hour-and-a-half visit. We will see how long we will last. You will see it in real time. We will use timestamps so you know when we arrive at the casino and you know when we leave the casino. We will do a countdown at the house where this players bank is open at the house and the money is counted right on camera. And we will show you how this works. And we will show you that you can go to the casino, have fun, guilt-free fun, control your spending, maybe even win a little bit of money, and be able to come back with a smile on your face and be in position to go back quicker, faster, and more frequent than you may have ever planned than if you're going in there and dropping hundreds or thousands of dollars per visit. Makes it kind of difficult to go back real soon after a visit like that. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching today. If you can do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're at 249 subscribers today. We're trying to get to 1,000, but we'd love to clear 250, get up close to 300, and keep marching towards 1,000. So thanks for watching today, guys. We will be talking to you soon. Be on the lookout there for the live casino visit where we put this strategy to the test and we put it in the real world. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep rolling that beautiful bonus footage, and we will be talking to you real soon.